What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Matt the Scat. And hold on. Hey! And today I'm bringing you guys, I'm really bringing you guys a bunch of videos today, probably 3 or 4. But I gotta start with this prediction. I never gave y'all my finals prediction. My last video was a player build, and I think I did a wrap up of the Game 7 of Boston vs Miami Heat. And you know your boy's a Celtics fan, how could I not? But let me jump straight into it. Now, originally, before the series even started, like right after the Miami Heat series finished, I had the Warriors winning the series in 7. I knew this series was gonna go 6 or 7 regardless of who won. But now that I'm looking at it, oh, this is crazy. This is actually tough. This is like the most random series in terms of just like performances. Like you don't know what you're gonna get from anybody at this point, really, except for Steph. You know Steph's gonna give you like 25 at least. But he had a bad game, and even he had a bad game 5. And then who would have thought Andrew Wiggins would have been the best player on the court on either team? Like this series is so random in terms of performances. The only thing that's been consistent is Jason Tatum not showing up in the fourth quarter. And I hate to say it, but this is what's come down. Neither Curry or Tatum are really that guy in the clutch. Like Game 7's Game 6, fourth quarter, last 2 minutes. I'm not that confident in either one of them, so it's really like a battle of the two lesser evils. But let me say this. Even though I don't view Curry in the clutch like I do a Jordan or a Kobe or a LeBron, he's still more clutch than Tatum. And in this point of Tatum's career. A pup, he's 24, first time in the finals, we get all that. I don't view either one of them as super clutch, but Curry's more clutch than him, at least, I think. Tatum's just too inconsistent, so I do have to be objective in those aspects, but I don't think it'll be a close game. I think this will be leaning towards more of a blowout. I think this will be a 10-point plus win for the Celtics. So let me tell you why I believe we're going to win this Game 6. Number one, we play at our best when our back is up against the wall. We were down 2-3 against Milwaukee on the road. Jason Tatum drops 46. You know what I'm saying? We've been that type of team to come back throughout the entire year. Even in the regular season, we started slow and finished great. We are an up and down team. At some games we look like the best team in the entire league. Other times we look like a new young gun team. Like we look like the Timberwolves. We play stupid basketball. We look like the Timberwolves. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we look like the best team. Sometimes we look like the Minnesota Timberwolves. But I believe we will win this. Jason Tatum will step up. Now let me tell you how. This is what we need to do to win. Put Tatum in the post so he has an advantage. Why are we consistently letting him ISO on a perimeter against a great on-ball defender? I said the same thing when he went up against Drew Holiday. You have to put him in the mid-post so that way he can use his weight, his height advantage. He can just shoot over the top, post fade. He has multiple options from the mid-post. If you put him at the top of the key and try to ISO him all the time on a great defender like Andrew Wiggins, you're going to be forced in taking a difficult shot that you don't want to take. Get him closer to the bucket, let him get some easy looks. Please set him some off-ball screens so he can just come off a pin down and get an open look. Do something. Let him move. He needs to learn how to play better in the post, and he needs to learn how to play better without the ball. I think if he does those two things, we should be good. Hopefully he doesn't do a lot of those ISOing. But like I said, there's been times where we just look like the better team. I believe we'll look like the better team because the Warriors, like I said, they know they have that Game 7 in that back pocket. And I'm not going to get into a Game 7 discussion right now, but I'm telling you right now, I believe if we win Game 6, I'm telling you right now, I really think we're going to win in 7. Because, like I said, Curry with that pressure on him, I know Jason Tatum is not the most clutchest guy. Don't get me wrong. I know what he's been doing. But I'm telling you, man, we've seen it before. We've definitely seen it before when he choked at home. So I believe if we could just somehow squeeze out a win, I think it'll be a relatively close game down the stretch. But I think we'll start to pull away towards, I think for once we'll have the good third or fourth quarter supposed to them, all right? I think we'll start good, have a nice solid lead. They'll keep it close within like 8 or 10 points, and then we'll, you know what I'm saying, we'll take a bigger lead. That's what I'm counting on. But let me say what the Warriors are probably going to do. Let me say this before I go on to the Warriors. Can we please just step over the screen? I don't know what type of unique game plan Ime Udoka is trying to do where he drops. I know that people are saying that it's to prevent Draymond Green from being a playmaker and diving to the rim. I'd rather that than Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, getting a wide open 3. Are you kidding me? I'm not worried about no damn Draymond Green being a playmaker. Which one is more scarier? I'm gonna ask you guys because this is common sense to me. Which one is more intimidating? Draymond being a facilitator or the greatest shooting of all time being wide open on a three? I mean, that's just me. Who cares about If Draymond Green has a 12.15 assist night and we lose because Draymond Green just turned into Scottie Pippen out of nowhere, the ultimate point forward, then fine. All right, we'll give it to him. But I refuse to lose to Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, making open threes when it's something that we can adjust and change. We did a good job in Game 5 doing that. I want to see more of that in Game 6. I think he'll struggle. I think we've seen the best of Steph Curry in these series. The 43-point game, the Game 2. I think Curry is going to either be average or slightly below average for the next 2 games. Because that's what his history shows us in Game 6s and 7s. So that's what I'm counting on. But let me tell you, let's dive into what the Warriors need to do. Andrew Wiggins obviously needs to stay on Jason Tatum, force him into taking long contested twos. It's been working phenomenally. Draymond Green has actually figured out Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has no left. And how the hell did he become such a good NBA player with no left? I don't know how he did it. How did nobody in high school, the elite AAU camps, the summer camps, college, how did he get this far and make all-star teams with no left? I get he's that spectacular. Maybe he's just that spectacular of a talent where it's just like, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And except for in these high-stakes situations where everything gets exposed. But that's crazy. Jaylen Brown has no left, and Draymond Green knows that. I believe the Warriors know that. If you force Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to their left, they're way less efficient, and their bag is definitely minimized. They're definitely like 60 or 70% of themselves go into their left at the best. So that is good for them. Klay Thompson, I need to see more out of Klay Thompson. I'm not gonna lie. Well, actually, I don't need to see it. As a Celtics fan, let me take that. I don't need to see it, but I'm saying as an NBA fan, I know a lot of people are expecting more out of Klay. People are gonna talk about Game 6 Klay. I'm not seeing it. I think he'll have a good game, but I don't see him dropping like 30 or 40. I think that's cap. I think people are just living in the old days where it's like, yeah, Klay, used to be the man. I mean, if he does, I would be upset, obviously, as a Celtics fan, but I think it would be great for the NBA because Game 6 Klay still sticks. But I just don't see it. I think he'll have a good 20-point game, but they'll still end up losing because I think Curry and Draymond will have a bad game. That's what I think will happen. But Andrew Wiggins is going to be the X factor in this game again. If Andrew Wiggins comes out and gives you another 20-something points, holds Tatum to under 30 and inefficient shooting, and Jaylen Brown has all those turnovers that he did, it's looking spooky. It's looking real spooky. It's looking Scooby. I said it's looking Scooby. It's looking spookier than Scooby-Doo in a haunted house. That's how spooky it's looking. So those are the 2 things to watch out for. How well Tatum and Brown finish closing games. Andrew Wiggins on Tatum, that's obviously a key matchup in the series. Tatum has yet to win that matchup. Tatum hasn't been winning most of his matchup, especially in ISO situations. There's been time where I think Bielitsa has been taking him out, has been in situations where it's been one-on-one with him and Bielitsa, taking him to the perimeter, and he just can't miss. He can't win the matchup. It's like Jason Tatum either takes a horrible long contested 2 and misses, or he gets all the way to the rim and misses it, or he gets a turnover. He has not won majority of his ISO matchups, which needs to change. Peyton Pritchard, please make some jump shots off the bench. We need you to make at least 2 or 3 threes this game. Grant Williams, please stay out of foul trouble. I mean, every time I watch this man, it's the second quarter and he has 4 fouls. I'm like, what the hell is this man doing? Come on, Grant. We need Robert Williams. I want you to have at least 2 or 3 blocks, bare minimum. You have to be in a force on the inside. I'm going to say we win this game, and we'll see what happens in Game 7, but we need to do it. We cannot have turnover. If we turn the ball over and give them life, we'll probably lose. Because like I said, if it's a close game, they're more clutch than us. Because we're younger, we have no left, and Jason Tatum's not that guy yet. But he will be a superstar, mark my words. He will be a 30-point per game scorer and a 2-way player, and he will be a top 3 player in the league one day. But thank you guys so much for watching. Celtics in 7. Let's get it. Hey! You're still here.